Around February, my brother purchased a set of hand planes from a yard sale for me. They were in relatively decent condition, except one of them was involved in a fire, but I decided I was going to clean them up. All three of them were in very good condition in the sole, and you can see here that they were square. This is not going to be an extensive restoration. All I'm going to do here is remove the rust and clean them up and flatten any parts that need to be flattened. I want to keep them as original as possible. Started out sanding the sole with 400 grit sandpaper on the first one using WD-40 as a lubricant, and ended up sanding all the way up to 2000 grit. This is what the first one looks like right before cleaning the inside. Though it was completely unnecessary, I decided to clean up the chip breaker and the plane iron. When reassembling, I used Loctite on all the screws. I am very pleased on how these hand planes came out, even though they did start out relatively decent in the first place. This second one here was involved in a fire, I'm pretty certain. It was black, and the finish on the handle was pretty well bowled over. It took a lot more, and I ended up having to go down to 150 grit on a belt sander. You can see it in the bottom left corner of the screenshot. And then I worked once again all the way up to 2000 grit. cleaning the inside, I just use WD-40 again and use my wife's toothbrush. Don't tell her to scrub it clean. Though these planes are 100 times better than they were, especially this one, I decided to keep them with some of the rust and pitting rather than sanding it all out, just because it's part of their history. I waxed the sole and sides just to protect them from future rust. I'm not sure why I put the plane iron in before I tried to assemble the handles, but it ended up working, so whatever. The front handle was fine with this one, but the back handle, the finish had bowled over because of the fire. I had sanded it down pretty good, and then I used Watco Danish oil just to seal the finish. It looks pretty decent, and it will darken over time. This plane was inside a box. It actually was for hammer handles, but it also contained the original documentation for the plane. And notice the handle still has the imprinting of Stanley Tools. So I was very careful to not overdo this plane. But it had also a significant amount of rust, which got cleaned up. Here comes the magic transformation from before and after sanding the sole and the sides. present to you my 3 newly restored hand planes. Hopefully you'll be seeing more of these in videos to come. Now I didn't sharpen the blades, they didn't need it, they were plenty sharp as they were. But you can see that they slice through this wood plenty easily. Project, you should always count your fingers. You end with 10, good job.